SuansavanhVignaket, who is head of the Secretariat, announced National Assembly's session wraps up successfully with approving nation's important issues. According to her, the inaugural session of the National Assembly's or NA's 8th Legislature ended on Friday with the approval of the 5-year National Socio-Economic Development Plan for 2016-2020, the 10-year strategy for 2016-2025, and the 15-year vision for 2016.
ผลสำเร็จของกองประชุมขังปฐมฤกษ์ของสภาแห่งชาติสุดที่ 8 ดังนี้
According to head of the Secretariat, SuansavahVignaket, the 3-day session elected Mr. BounnhangVorachit as president of the Lao PDR, MrPhankhamViphavanh as vice president, and MrThonglounSisoulith as prime minister, while MsPanyYathotou was re-elected as president of the National Assembly. Mr. Suansavanh was re-elected as head of the People's Prosecutor General Organization, and Mr. MsPanyYathotou was re-elected as president of the Supreme People's Court. The session also re-elected Mr. MsPanyYathotou and elected Lieutenant General Suansavanh, Dr. Buttravong and Madam Suansavanh as vice presidents of the National Assembly. Members also approved the structure of the Assembly, which consists of 8 committees and a Secretariat. The session approved the new government cabinet and the structure of the government, which remained unchanged with 18 ministries and 3 ministry equivalent bodies. Dr. BunnhangVorachit, Dr. Suansavanh, and Mr. Somdi Dongdi were named deputy prime ministers, while 24 ministers were assigned posts in the cabinet. In her closing remarks, Madam Pani said the 3-day session had been successful and gone according to plan. Approved by the National Assembly, the 8th 5-year National Socio-Economic Development Plan targets annual economic growth of not less than 7.5% and the removal of Laos from least developed country status by 2020. Laos will strive to increase per capita gross domestic product or GDP from the current $1,970 to $3,190 by 2020, when the Lao population is expected to exceed 7 million. Another major goal is for the national poverty rate to fall below 10%. In addition, the government will strive to raise the literacy rate among people aged 15 years and above to 95% of the total population by 2020 and ensure the healthcare network is widely expanded. The 10-year Socio-Economic Development Strategy for 2016-2025 has also set a target of maintaining annual economic growth at not less than 7.5%, with GDP per capita set to be more than double the 2015 figure of $1,970. This time frame targets a poverty rate of less than 5%. The 15-year vision for 2016-2030 aims to develop Laos further with the goal of achieving upper middle income country status by 2030, which would categorize Laos as a developing country. In addition, the session approved the National Assembly's 5-year plan, 10-year strategy, and 15-year vision. The 5-year plan targets the formulation of 15 new laws and the amendment of 55 existing laws. The 10-year strategy aims to formulate and amend laws systematically in all areas to smooth the path towards transforming Laos into a state governed by the rule of law, so the country can better integrate with the region and the world. By 2030, Laos hopes to have systematic and comprehensive laws in place in all fields, with the rights of the entire population protected by the strict enforcement of laws, so that society enjoys security, justice, democracy, and civilization according to the 15 years vision.